Let's take a simple example to surface what could be a more challenging problem. Say you've created a custom function that adds two numbers. That works as expected. Now you want to pass one more value. The function only takes two things, nothing more, so that's not allowed. If your function needs to accept more arguments, you have to create additional parameters. But that's where a problem could emerge because, well, how many parameters? Today you may need 3, tomorrow 5. So how do you make that function more flexible? In this video, we'll explore 3 options. Hi, I'm Melissa and it's good to have you here. If you want to work along, you will find a link to the resources below in the description. One way to move beyond the current limit is simple. Create more room by adding a number of optional parameters. When an optional parameter is omitted, its value is null. And if you add something to a null, the null will propagate and the outcome is a null. In this example, that's easy to fix. Just replace any missing value with 0. The coalesce operator is useful here. That operator is a double question mark. If C evaluates the null on the left of that operator, it will take the value to its right, a 0. To ensure these coalesce expressions are evaluated first, they've been parenthesized. This function now takes 5 parameters. The first 2 are required, the next 3 are optional. When you supply 4 arguments, the remaining optional parameter passes a null. Coalesce replaces that null with a 0 during the evaluation of the function body for every calculation. To be honest, this didn't really solve our problem. We only moved the limit. This is not a solution. An easy way to remove that limit is not by creating more parameters, but to pass all of the arguments within a single list and process that. The list isn't limited. It can contain however many values we need. That works. And here's how to pass a manual list. But there's one thing you may not like. The overall experience has changed. Instead of passing numbers, whoever uses this function now needs to know how to construct or pass a list of values. Surely there must be another way to create a function that accepts a varying number of arguments. And that's where Function.From comes in. Before I show you another solution, let's explore how that works. Function.From takes 2 arguments. First, a function type that describes the function that you're creating. And second, a function to process any arguments it receives. The function type is described as a function that takes 1 parameter. That parameter is named value, and its type is described as a nullable number. And the function return type, the output for this function, is described as type any. Its second argument is a function. To see how it works, I've passed each, meaning we're returning whatever this function receives. By deliberately doing nothing other than returning the input, we can inspect what that second part, the function, actually receives. What comes back is a list. Let's pass more arguments. No problem. It doesn't care how many items we pass, even though we've only specified 1 parameter in its function type. Function.From is doing one thing. It's collecting all of the inputs. Any argument that's passed to this function collects them in a list that's handed off to its second argument. Let's update that second parameter, the function, to sum all values. Knowing its second parameter, the function receives a list, makes that easy. We've already seen List.Sum in action. All we have to do is pass it here. And review the outcome. Perfect. This could be a useful alternative, a method to process a varying number of arguments without having to pass them as a list. Does this have a wide range of applications? I don't think so, and certainly don't use Function.From just because it exists. Always try to keep things simple. If you have a structure, process that. But when designing a custom function for an edge case that may need to process a varying number of inputs, this could be a great option. The inner workings of Function.From are pretty simple. Separate arguments go in. All arguments are collected in a list. That list is handed off to its second parameter, a function that will process that list to produce a result. Do you have a practical use case for Function.From? Share it with me in the comments. And give the video a like if you learned something new. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.